I don't know a lot of stuff about the Tanacon debacle. I know it was really horrible. And I know Sunny V2, and I haven't watched this video apart from the very start. Let's find out. And I'll try not to pause it too many times.
I've never ever put this much work or heart and soul into anything in my entire life, let alone my entire career.
Okay, I'm pretty sure a riot's about to happen.
The event that sold 5,500 tickets for an event that only holds room for 1,100.
This is practically what I know. What this Keemstar tweet is like they sold way more tickets than what they had for the venue, and it caused a catastrophe. I'm pretty sure nobody died, but otherwise, I'm not really sure what happened. Oh, that's 2018? Wow. I thought for sure it was the same year I went to my first con. So my first con or my first YouTube meetup was really more special in terms of nobody on YouTube was doing a meetup like this, like a con. But interesting.
I waited for 6 hours at Tanacon and gave up waiting because I was sunburned and sick.
Uh-oh.
Here's my Tanacon experience. It was awful.
This show couldn't get any worse!
So are you shutting down the whole event?
Horrible, just disaster of a convention.
The fans were legitimately scammed.
Scammed?
Before the event took place, it had been hyped as one of the greatest ideas in YouTube history.
I'm excited for Tanacon. It's just...
After the event had concluded, it was dubbed by many as the worst decision ever.
I'm telling you right now, it's because the guy I went to in the meetup was, in YouTube terms, small. In real terms, 300,000 subscriber guy.
Tanacon was its name, a convention hosted by Tanamojo, an LA influencer who's best described as something like the female version of Jake Paul. Hilarious.
Which is, if Jake Paul's awful enough, well, he was really awful. Now he's, you know, a little bit more mellow after he got a few shots in his noggin through boxing. He seems a bit better. In the past year or two, he seems a bit better. Crazier, but in a different way. A female version of old Jake Paul, to me, sounds awful. I've never heard of Tanamojo before this disaster, and I've never, ever seen anything she did. Pretty sure it's stupid.
Seriously, when looking back in retrospect, for the event, disaster was almost inevitable. What else could you expect besides catastrophe when 20,000 people show up to a venue that holds less than 5,000? Would you expect anything different when you make attendees wait for 6 hours in the burning hot sun, only for them to be told that it's cancelled when they finally make it to the front?
Today, it has been cancelled completely.
Would you expect anything different when the whole thing was planned over a period of less than 40 days?
Conventions take years.
The con I went to took at least 8 months, I think, to prepare. The original one. We bought tickets. No, I'm a bit crazy here. I think it's 4 months from selling the tickets to actually con.
And what
They
month
take months.
was that this year?
That was 40 days ago, maybe.
Uh-oh.
I think all of the rebelled people and all of the unwanted people should host a little meet and greet in Anaheim, California.
I wonder if Sunny V2 is going to touch upon this. Now I remember. She made this con because Jake Paul and Logan Paul were banned from VidCon because Logan Paul pulled a fucking stunt and it pissed off the VidCon people.
California on the same days as VidCon.
The catastrophic idea for Tanacon crystallized just 80 days prior to the event taking place.
Now
Initially
I remember.
being teased in a 1 hour and 20-minute rant video posted on the 3rd of April 2018 titled Why I Won't Be Attending VidCon 2018, a rant. In this video, as you might assume from the title, Tana ranted about her first 2 years attending VidCon in 2016 and 2017, stating that she had been treated poorly and unfairly by the organizers of the event.
You can't have a meet and greet here. We don't care if your fans fans are upset. We don't care if you're upset.
I want to say so much, but it's going to take an hour just to explain. So all I'm saying is, yeah, there was a reason why VidCon didn't let her do a meet and greet. They didn't let anybody who is not their own favorite to do any meet and greet. I'm not even sure there was a meet and greet in VidCon ever. Maybe now there is, but back then there wasn't. It was just a con with panels.
And to avoid a third year of adversity, VidCon decided that they would bar Tana from the event completely.
They decided it would be better if they banned me from their event for life.
Which left Tana with a feeling of resentment towards VidCon as she was now no longer able to attend. However, Tana
So she was being a spoiled brat, and she was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to do my own con.
made a realization. She had literally millions of fans, many of whom were attending VidCon to meet her specifically. So why not just cut VidCon out altogether and host a smaller, cheaper, more personal meet and greet somewhere else in LA on the exact same day as VidCon with the goal of revenge? One of the top comments sums it up well, stating, "So this is the video that started it all." Approximately a month and a half later, after being approached by some inexperienced event organizers, Tana would announce Tanacon via Twitter, stating, "The first Tanacon will be on June 22nd to 23rd in Anaheim, California. Get ready. I promise you aren't ready. I have so many surprises."
Wait. What is it supposed to be, just the one day? Yikes.
In store, and you can attend for free. The first small round tickets drop at 12 PST.
Okay. For free. Okay, I see the problem here.
Be refreshing. It's limited. The event looked awesome from the outset. A cheaper version of VidCon with an all-star lineup including influencers like Shane Dawson, the David Dobrik Vlog Squad, Bella Thorne, Ebba Chamberlain. The list went on and on, each of which having
No, I just seen it. Adam 22. Ugh.
own scheduled performance or
Oh, there it is.
Additionally,
Oh, no.
there was an initial round of $1 general admission tickets, making the event basically free for a few lucky individuals. However, perhaps the reason that Tana stated, "I promise you aren't ready" in her initial tweet was maybe because she literally wasn't ready either. In the weeks leading up to the event for promotion, Tana would be interviewed by Forbes, during which the first few red flags would begin to show up, particularly when talking about how little planning had actually gone into the event.
Why would Forbes interview this lady? She's a YouTuber. I don't care if she's got millions and millions of views. What has she done? Forbes?
For the announcement.
You didn't have anything rented. There was no press. There was no lineup. There was nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's pretty incredible.
Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
I'm a very last minute person, but
The lack of planning came off as kind of quirky and romantically impulsive, but as the date of the event came nearer and nearer, it would eventually be revealed to all that it should have been interpreted as a complete lack of organization. The event began to fall apart before the day had even begun. On the night before Tanacon would take place, the event's opening time was changed from 8 AM to 6 AM. Now, this wasn't such a bad idea.
No. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Not a.m. Not 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. From 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
into the event earlier would have offered a better experience overall. However, the next day, as the event was beginning, the opening was so poorly managed that the first set of people weren't even let into the event until 8:50 AM, meaning that even the earliest of attendees still had to wait 3 hours before being let into the event. "Make sure to arrive early, the lines are going to be long," was deadly accurate regarding the part about the length of the lines.
Friday, 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. Uh-oh.
Considering no one was being let into the event, the lines began to get longer and longer and longer. Aerial videos filmed by those in their hotel rooms above showed lines that looked to be so long that they wrapped around the car park.
Who is this lady? What are these lines, dude? Man, for what? For a meet and greet? I'm going to watch till the end of the video. I'm sorry I took it off. You're probably going to dislike this video. Fine. I don't care. There is one person trying to meet and greet with people, right? Just math this thing with me. I'm terrible at math. Math this thing with me. If she gives a personal 1 minute with one other person, how many people can she actually meet and greet for, let's say, 12 hours? 60 people In 1 hour, 12 hours. 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's 14 hours technically. Okay. 840. Am I wrong or am I wrong? I'm going to flip on the picture and you tell me if that's more or less than 840 people. I think there's more.
Numerous times.
So you end up right here, but you start way back here. I am lost for words. Tanacon just went crazy.
Others who had filmed the whole event from the ground like Plain Rock Vlogs also displayed the insanity of the lines from a first-person perspective.
Oh my god. Yeah, these lines are larger than VidCon's lines for sure.
However, the reason behind why the lines had become so long was not only due to the late opening as previously mentioned. There was one other short-sighted, perhaps even greedy reason. Far more tickets were sold comparative to the capacity of the venue.
The actual capacity, which included far more than the ballroom, was 3,192. So that still means that the event was oversold.
The Anaheim Marriott had a capacity of only 3,192. However, a total of 5,000 tickets were sold, leaving 1,808 ticket holders waiting in line for people to leave before,
which is more than 840, just that.
They were able to enter. The problem, however, was that those who were already inside the event were not going to leave due to the long entrance line outside, creating a feedback loop, ultimately decreasing the probability even further that anyone waiting outside was going to be able to get in. And for those who were already inside, surely you wouldn't want to leave anyway, right?
But it's worth it because we're going in now, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it's right here.
This was Tanacon. It had been hyped as such an awesome event with so many cool creators. There must have been plenty going on inside, right? Well, no, not really. Inside the function, the hallways were so crowded that getting anywhere was uncomfortable. Shops were packed to the brim, making anything besides sitting down unenjoyable.
This is absolute madhouse.
However, patrons who were inside were unable to sit down anyway, as according to security, it was a safety hazard to the event.
Everyone's just kind of wandering around looking at booths, but we're not allowed to wait in the hallway, which is the only place to sit because there's no space and it's unsafe, which I get.
Not realizing that there wasn't much going on inside, those outside continued to wait.
And note, it's been over 3 hours now, ever since the convention opened.
Tensions began to rise as people really started to come to...
Just a quick look. They said to everybody get there at 6 a.m. The Tanacon opening was 10 a.m. and they're supposed to finish by 8 p.m. That's less than 12 hours. Are you fucking kidding me? These kids are dumb. I'm sorry. I know it's your favorite YouTuber and you like her so much and you want to meet her and everything, but get serious. Get serious. Even if you look at the amount of tickets sold, let's say 5,000. Let's say 5,000 were sold. There's 5,000 people there. Let's just say that, okay? You won't get a one-on-one. So why the fuck? Why? To see Adam 22?
To terms with how poorly the event had been organized.
The tweets of 20,000 people waiting outside to come see me. Yeah, these people, we don't love you right now. Okay, Tana, if you're watching this, we don't love you right now. Just so you know. We're not happy people.
However, tensions weren't the only thing that began to rise. Additionally, the sun began to fly higher and higher into the sky.
Because it's Los Angeles and it's June.
The event had been held in the middle of a hot summer, and those who were unprepared for the heat began to get burnt, like really burnt.
We were in line for almost 5 hours, almost 5. And we got really sunburned.
Thanks for this, #Tanacon.
By the way, those are kids guessing they're 16, 17 years old. They're fucking dumb, man.
Gotta love that Tanacon burn. I'm literally in so much pain from my sunburn at Tanacon.
Yeah, they all look like 14,
also,
15
as a
years
result
old,
of the
dude.
heat and lengthy lines, attendees
Anna,
were
what the
prepared
fuck?
with how much water they have
Yeah.
brought. When there's 20,000 people lined up who might pass out due to the intense heat since they aren't getting any water for #Tanacon. A legitimate concern, as a few unlucky individuals did apparently pass out from the lack of water.
There's one girl that said her friend passed out.
Those who were lucky enough not to pass out continued to...
Dude, half of these girls have bracers. Holy shit.
Wait in the uncomfortable heat, while the others inside were having the time of their life, or so they assumed. Back inside, people continued to brave the packed, activity-scarce hallways in the hope that they would be able to do the one thing that many assumed they would get to do upon entering, meet their favorite creator. However, this was somewhat of a scam as well.
But apparently
Man, Adam 22 is such a scumbag. I didn't even know he was attached to this.
Meet and greets are happening today. Only 150 people get to participate in the meet and greets to meet the people that they signed up for.
Attendees, specifically the YouTuber Swell Entertainment, explained that despite the event selling 5,000 tickets, there are only 150 meet and greet spots available. Additionally, due to the insanity of the event, security...
I've seen Swell Entertainment somewhere in the past. I didn't know she had so many subscribers. What was she doing at Tanacon?
He would then decide that people were not allowed to leave after entering.
And now they're saying that if you leave, you can't get back in with your food. It's going to be a problem because there's no food here.
While this created a question regarding how people were going to eat given the lack of food in the venue,
Exactly. No food. Yeah. Here's some no food. We have nothing to eat.
it created an even bigger, more serious question. With a venue at maximum capacity and no one leaving due to an inability to re-enter, how are the people from outside going to get in? Well, to answer it simply, they weren't. And what did this do to their mood? Understandably, the people waiting outside just got angrier and angrier. Despite having sold 5,000 tickets for a venue that supported a little over 3,000, Bella Thorne, one of the celebrities performing, would tweet out when there's 20,000 people lined up outside for #Tanacon.
There is apparently 20,000 people in line right now.
This number was later disputed, but there was no doubt about it. There were way more than 5,000 people.
Yeah, I don't know if there's 20,000. 20,000 seems like a bit much to me. But more than 5,000. Holy shit, man.
With tens of thousands of people waiting out the front, all of which angry and annoyed at how long they've been waiting, things unsurprisingly continued to escalate, and the front entrance of the event turned into somewhat of a riot. At one
Again, people paid how much for this? If this was free?
1:44 p.m., approximately 5 hours after the first round of people were let in, Tanacon admitted defeat, and the fire department showed up to officially shut the event down.
But like it's done. I don't know what's going on.
Those inside the event were not exactly rushing to leave, after understandably waiting for such a long period of time to get in.
Literally afraid to leave this hallway because I know I'm going to get kicked out.
However, eventually everyone inside steadily ushered out of the event. Those outside were treated to a much more dramatic cancellation of the event after one of the organizers announced it to the huge crowd of angry attendees.
Today it has been canceled completely. I apologize.
While those who were inside were on their way out, Tana herself would come outside into the crowd, attempting to calm the out-of-control mob.
Tana, you're kind of a safety hazard right now. You're kind of a safety hazard.
The crowd began to forgive her to some extent after she made the effort to face those who were unable to get in, but by this point, Tana's reputation as a creator had absolutely crumbled after the first day ended in what can only be described as an absolute disaster.
The event got shut down today, but it was a two-day event, right? So what's going on tomorrow? Is it still happening tomorrow?
Later in the day, Keemstar would interview Tana Mojo to figure out what was happening on the second day of.
Yeah, that's what I want to know, because I've only heard it's the one day, so we'll see.
Event. Tana initially tweeted, moving the show to a new venue within minutes away from this one that holds an extra 5,000 people, and doing a free show with some very special guests. Tomorrow everything resumes normally, and Shane and I are working on some awesome cool stuff. We love you. However, at 9:47 p.m. that evening, it will be announced by the event organizers that the second day of Tanacon would be cancelled due to their inability to find a suitable venue to continue the event. At this point in time, there is no way to continue a successful weekend at Tanacon as is.
And you know why they haven't found venues? Because these hotels or these hotel venues sign up for months in advance. I don't know how they got that one in 40-day notice. Probably somebody booked out, or they were like, okay, we're gonna pay you a bunch of money. However, you need a pretty big place to hold, a venue of that size, like 5,000 people. And this is Anaheim during a VidCon. You see the problem here?
Is without risking the safety of you all. Shane Dawson, the individual considered to be one of the main acts at Tanacon, would take to Twitter stating, "Just found out Tanacon has been cancelled. I'm so sorry."
By the way, Shane Dawson, another scumbag.
Sorry to anyone that came out here to see me. It wasn't my event, and if it was, it would have been run differently. I'm heartbroken looking at the videos of people waiting all day in the sun getting burnt. As the disastrous nature of the event was slowly revealing itself to the public, the focus began to shift back over to the creator and host of the event, Tana Mojo. What did she have to say? Was she instantly apologetic? Did she take to social media to explain? Well, no. She just went silent on all social media until 3 whole days later, when she would finally post a tweet stating, "Hi guys, I'm so sorry that it's taken me so long to tweet these tweets. I've been thinking, working, I didn't want to say dumb shit. I'm nervous, but hi, I love you, and I'm an idiot, and I'm sorry."
So she came, I've been waiting 3 days to not be an idiot. So I came up with this tweet, and I'm an idiot.
But to be real, I didn't expect that many people to show up outside, which in hindsight was dumb as f. It was the same day as VidCon and I should have prepared better. Regardless of if people were telling me different, Tanacon is attached to me and I take full responsibility. Some of Tana's loyal fans believe that this post itself was enough to forgive her, stating thank you so much for all of—
Are you kidding me? These people are so fucking dumb. Holy shit.
this, I honestly feel at peace and resolved. I still love you, thank you. However, for others, understandably, they still weren't happy. Unsubscribe from a YouTube channel until refunds are provided. But it wasn't only attendees that were finding it hard to forgive Tana. The creators, specifically Shane Dawson, had also been left with a bitter taste after the event had concluded.
I'm a part of that. You know, my face was on the website. I told people come see me, and they got
So in the week after the event, Shane began to interview Tana, trying to find out what on earth had gone wrong.
I want to talk to Tana and be like, what the f were you thinking? Was this your fault? Whose fault was this? And why haven't you figured out a way to fix it?
Shane explored the main conspiracy being that the event was a deliberate failure for the purpose of giving—
Shane, she's a dumb young woman who is impulsive. What do you think?
Exposure to both Tana and the host of the event.
They said, they were like, oh, I think that Good Times wanted this to fail so that they could get press out of it and become like, get promotion out of it or something, right? Now it would make sense, because if they did want it to fail and they were filming the whole thing, why were they filming the whole thing?
While additionally getting Tana—
Shane cannot be this dumb. The production company was filming because they were hired to film. The production company was run by idiots who said, well, we can do this in 40 days on a 40-day notice. And if you notice, their company that did, or production company that did not deal with this type of thing, they were inexperienced just as much as Tana. And Tana hired them because maybe they're friends, maybe they heard about whatever, maybe they tried to upjump on her behalf. So make sure, oh, we're the one that's responsible for Tanacon, the first ever con to con the con. So they got conned themselves, out-conned Tana. Tana got busted up. Shane, you're not that dumb.
As explanation of what went wrong from her perspective. However, most importantly, this documentary that has 3 parts on it got so many views and made Shane Dawson so much money because everybody wanted to know what was going on in the back. And at the end of the day, it's just a stupid woman who is young, impulsive, and dumb. Notice that she's crying in every single thumbnail. Boo fucking who. Gave Tana the ability to display her remorse for the failure of the event.
It was stupid and spiteful. It was so stupid. Planning my convention the same days as VidCon was so stupid.
Which fans could sense was genuine, and the reputation of Tana Mojo slowly began to repair itself in the month following the event.
How? How do you not put how do you not burn this lady to the ground? How? I mean, not literally kill this woman, but put her feet to the fire, man. Holy shit.
Additionally, many respected Tana for her ability to take total responsibility for the catastrophe.
I don't want to put the blame on anyone else. It's still my fault.
Yes.
Which would be fully displayed.
Yes, it's the only smart thing I've heard her say.
when she returned to YouTube a month later in her classic unfiltered self-deprecating style.
I have now been off of social media for over a month now, which is the longest break I have taken in over 3 years, and I'm an idiot. And I trusted a 20-year-old idiot who illusioned to me.
Notice something very interesting. I'm dumb and I trusted a 20-year-old. Dude, you're what, 26 at this point? Are you crazy? I mean, you're not crazy, but don't put the blame on anybody else, even if they're to blame. You're in charge. You take the brunt. That 20-year-old you hired him.
That it would be the best Tanacon in the world.
All of the requested refunds were eventually processed, her fans eventually forgave her, and her subscriber count still continued to climb after all was said and done. Tana even sucked up her pride and attended VidCon the following year.
So yeah, VidCon and I...
VidCon are a bunch of losers.
We're friends again. We're going to VidCon! We're going to VidCon!
So, as they say, all is well that ends well.
While it was the worst thing ever, and I wish I could just erase it, I am very grateful for the person it has made me right now.
I don't understand how you can follow a vlogger. What is the fascination? Well, as I said, YouTube is so big, everyone has their own corner. Everyone has their own niche. If you're watching this video up till this point, you like reaction videos about stupid stuff. Like me. I watched a lot of stupid stuff, but it's mostly stuff that I can't really put on here. So I watch other stupid garbage just to make you guys happy.
Scrolling through the trash, can't believe my eyes. Worthless vids, man, no surprise. Stupid thumbnails, faces all deranged. Looking for gold, all I find is strange.